Choked is a new Netflix original directed by Anurag Kashyap that's a continuation of his partnership with the platform following Sacred Games and two anthologies, which makes this the first time he has done a full feature for them. According to his interviews, this was apparently made for Netflix itself and not for theaters and later sold to the company, which makes it even funnier that he isn't pushing the boundaries of censorship as he usually does with his theatrical releases. You can actually watch this one with your parents. Coming on to the movie itself, this is a crime drama thriller which follows a woman whose life seems to be stuck in a rut due to her tedious job and constant quarrels with her husband, who hasn't had a stable job in 5 years. She gets a sudden jolt in life as she comes into money in the most unusual way when a choked up pipeline spits out wads of cash that are certainly black money in both nature and looks. The complications arise when the Prime Minister announces that the high value currency notes would cease being legal tender and would be demonetized with practically no notice. The director's political opinions aren't a secret to anyone who stumbles across his Twitter, but he has restrained himself from turning this into a propaganda piece while still showing the policy disaster at play through what seems like archival footage of real events mixed with new ones shot for the movie itself that show the inner workings of the bank in the midst of it all, and contrasting it with the dreams of the Prime Minister's followers who hope this event would end up being a net positive for the country aching for change. Most of the film takes place in a tiny cramped apartment dwelling surrounded with neighbors who are equally nosy and sneaky, or at the cooperative bank where the protagonist works. The movie certainly lacks in the middle as it goes through the plot, and the attempts at raising the stakes unfortunately feel rather artificial. This is definitely not the highest point in the director's filmography, but it is still better than most Bollywood offerings tend to be. Certainly that are exclusive to Netflix, but more disappointing compared to the rest because of who he is. That being said, this is certainly worth a watch when you're stuck at home wishing your kitchen sink had some money in it rather than the gunk it actually has. I give this one 3 bundles of cash out of 5.